Welcome to Conversations with My Cuz. I am Shayla Shay.
It's me, your girl Michelle with the 1L.
And I am Brother Love, the one and only DJ Big Ra.
Hey, Ra.
What's up, man?
Hey, Ra.
What's going on?
Y'all know what it is.
Y'all?
How was y'all weekend?
It was good.
Cold, that's all.
It was freezing. Yo, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Man, right quick, man. I done came home. I've been on the road 20 days. I said, before I leave out again, I'm gonna shake me a tail feather, right? I get up in the morning, I got my little outfit on, I got my, I got my stylist ready to get my hair done.
Okay.
I get up in the morning, I get a phone call from my tenant downstairs. We have no heat. Oh shit. I get up.
Not good.
I go downstairs, I'm freezing. I call the plumber. The plumber comes. He's like, okay, we got you running. Your pipe got a little frozen outside. We got heat. I say, yeah, let me get ready to go shake a tail feather. You ain't messing up my groove. I go on the hot water and ain't no water. Got to call the plumber back to the house again. Got to call the man back to the house again. I come downstairs to see what's going on because I'm thinking the plumber didn't do his damn job. I'm stepping in a half foot of water.
What?
I'm busting my goddamn wall. I done missed it.
Wow.
I done missed it, man.
So I guess that means you ain't shake no tail feather.
I didn't shake a tail. I was ready to. I was going to do
It would have been bad if you wasn't in the house, though. It would have been worse.
That's true. It would have been worse.
Right?
It would have been, yes, especially on my traveling thing. So,
You got sent home.
that was just a conversation from God. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a fan was at the party that I wasn't supposed to run into. So, you know what I'm saying? We got to run into, we'll figure that out a little bit later. You know how it is sometimes.
No, stop.
You know what I'm saying? But ladies, what's going on with y'all though?
What's up,
Well,
man?
I don't know.
I had my daughter over here
just
this
get
weekend.
on my damn nerve. That's all.
All the time. Well, I had my daughter over here this weekend, and she was over here doing some stuff for me. She mounted my TV on the wall. She, I told Tisha, I said, you a real ninja.
Mm-hmm. She got it together.
I didn't say those words though. I don't know.
Y'all sounded so sweet on the phone when I spoke to you. I said, oh, hey, family time. Shout out to family time. It was a good thing.
I like when my daughter's visiting me, but sometimes I'm ready for her to go home. So as soon as we get off this show, I'm dropping her off at the train station. See you later. Bye.
At least she's doing things for you while she was there. So that's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
She feels like she's a professional now, and she can charge
you about to charge
mountain TVs. Yeah.
Oh no, she's gonna be on Fiverr in a minute with her profile.
Exactly. Task
Make
rabbit.
a couple dollars.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's all right.
But anyway,
so what else is going on?
Oh man, trending topic. Listen.
Oh, really quick before you go into Kyrie, I definitely want to shout out Ricky Smiley lost his son. I think it was last week. I know he just buried him, so I don't know what the circumstances were surrounding it. I don't know how he died. They're kind of hush hush on that. So, we don't know them, but anybody that loses a child, that's we feel for them. So
definitely, my heart goes out to the family.
Yeah, definitely our heart goes out to them.
Sending prayers and condolences.
Yes, definitely. Nobody wants to lose a child.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I think he was like 30 or 31. So, we all got kids kind of
about that age.
In that age area, yeah. So except Rashay,
Yeah, y'all got kids that age.
Yeah.
Y'all a little
you on your way.
Y'all more mature than I am. Let's just leave it
stop. Just stop. Yeah. You're not that far behind us. So you always trying to play us like that.
I'm just trying to say what it is, ladies.
It's all right.
Let's get on the Kyrie though. Kyrie's been traded to the Dallas. Pro-black athlete in the whole state. Could anybody picture Kyrie with a cowboy hat on? Let's
never that.
He's got to be a bad man, I tell you.
Listen,
out there like all alone.
He's gonna get out there and bring it. He's gonna be like this. Power to the people.
You know he won't be posting those posts no more. He ain't gonna do that. No more of these.
No more.
No more. You know we don't say that word.
We can't say it. We cannot say it.
No.
Wow. Okay.
Well, no problems.
No
None
one,
at
no
all.
black coats at my door.
At all.
Yeah. So what's going on, ladies?
I don't know. You done told us
tell
that you
us.
was getting ready to drop a bomb on us, so we
You had
just
a little
kind of
something
waiting
for
on
us,
it.
so we waiting on it.
Oh man, so what time is it? Can we set it up? What time? Oh man. Listen, I got a question. And the question is, what does my professional business affairs got to do with us? Let me say that again. What does my professional business affairs got to do with us? Now,
we need a little backstory.
You know, to break this down a little bit.
This is a true story about me, like I said, because I'm open. So I had a conversation with a lady friend of mine the other day. And every time we have this conversation, it's always, well, Pink Panther, what's going on after a conversation? Or, yeah, I understand you're a serial dater. So what I'm trying to figure out is, why is it a problem that I can't give you a draw, or I'm a serial dater, or the Pink Panther? What does my professional business affairs got to do with us? Ladies, help me out, please.
Can I go first? Can I go first?
Yeah,
okay.
Look,
So what it sounds like is that you're saying that this person must watch.
We're friends.
Okay.
We're friends.
Okay.
Privileges?
Let's talk about it.
Is it with privileges or is no privileges?
You kind of spank it every
You
now and
stuttering,
then.
so no.
Well,
You done gave it a Pink Panther.
We know what it is.
Yeah.
So my thing is, so apparently this person watches the show and she listens to the things that you say. Considering that you always claiming that you're an open book.
Open.
Your professional life now becomes your personal life. So what you say is now being taken literally. Because if you're a potential, she's looking at the things you say. Okay, I'm an open book. That's what you do all the time. My life is. So if a potential somebody's watching, they're like, okay, let me take some notes. Serial data, the Pink Panther, the draws, all the things that you say. You know how you do. So now that's probably why they are on that. So your professional life has everything to do with your personal life because you're an open book. Go ahead,
right. And let me also add.
You asked
that. Right.
No. You
want me to answer?
Hold on. I just want to say something to Michelle. Then we'll deal with you.
Okay, go ahead.
Deal with me.
Let me ask you a question. So when the bus driver comes home and he gets into it with his lady or lady friend that's not committed to, you didn't make a commitment. Who did you give that transfer to today? You don't say that to him, do you?
That's different.
Now carry on, Shay. I'm listening.
Different because this is a podcast. It's a podcast,
right? And there's also the soft give, and then there's the hard give, right? When you are with these ladies, all of these women that you are dating, are you going to cut me off? You are going to cut me off. You are going to cut me off. You have to let me finish. You have to let me finish. Because you're an open book. However, you've been giving these to them softly, right? It's kind of inferred that you can't have a draw because you're just not giving it to them. It's kind of inferred that you are dating others when you fucking feel like it because there's no commitment there, right? It's kind of inferred that she's just one of many, or we got this time until we don't have the time, then I'm off to the next thing. But when you come on here and you say, I'm a serial dater and you can't have a draw, at that point, it's like, oh, so let me really look at this picture that he has colored in everything, right? There's no shades of gray. Everything is in black and white and in your face. Now I have a decision to make because you haven't said that there's a point in time where there may be an opportunity for someone to be that thing. You're like, I don't know how long this is going to go on. This is who I am.
So the girl that might be looking for something a little bit more permanent is going to back up. So you ain't getting no draws because
she might be over that. Yeah.
Listen to me. Okay. Again, when it's not a commitment in the room, and we have an understanding on what's going on, my professional business should not come into personal conversation that's not ruining our friendship.
Okay, so let me just ask this question. So now that you're saying that you guys already had the conversation, this is what it is, blah, 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 right? The friends with benefits that you're saying is not a benefit, but we know it's a benefit. But yeah.
Go again, talking to
yeah,
what?
Yeah.
Trying to figure it
out.
out.
I'm saying. So since you guys already had this conversation, if that is the case, then I would have to say that her bringing up your professional situation might be a little too much. Considering there was right? I think it's a little too much, especially if there was a conversation. Now, if she went into a situation thinking something other than what it was, and you guys didn't have the conversation, then maybe watching the show, she might be like, "Nah."
Right. See, that's
right. So,
but it's always done in slick conversation. Okay, Pink Panther. You understand what I'm saying?
She throwing little darts.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. I forgot. I can't come over tonight. Serial data.
Oh, you've been getting the business.
So my thing is listen, first, we do it for TV. But anyway, what I'm trying to explain to y'all, and fellas, this is why I appreciate the ladies for having me on the platform as a man, because you have to be who you are. And you have to live the life that you want to live, regardless of what. Because at the same time, it feels like to me, I'm not supposed to say these things or do these things or whatever the case may have been, right? But at the same time, why am I holding myself back from something that I want to do or having something going on when we're not even there in the relationship? So to me, like I said, if you're telling me you went to the Pink Pussycat and you on TV, then that's what you did. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what I'm trying to understand, fellas.
It sounds like you need to just have a conversation with your drawers on.
Huh?
Put your drawers
yes.
on.
That was another thing.
And that was sit down and have a conversation, because what shouldn't happen is we shouldn't be throwing daggers. Like, you should be able to sit down and say that conversation made me uncomfortable or whatever the case might be, right? But this whole situation could weed out some of the people that you don't want to deal with. Then you can just have yourself a little solid,
But see, that's what the issue, and that's how that's how it all started the first time. I forgot to tell y'all that. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna come up there and we'll sit at the table with our drawers on and have this conversation. That was the first shot. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I understand it, but fellas, this really goes out to all the fellas. Be you. Make yourself happy. Your happiness comes first. Your life comes first. If you can't take care of you, you can't take nobody else. Take care of nobody else. Shout out to me.
But why can't that go towards the ladies too?
He ain't for us.
Again, because men have an issue of trying to live a life a woman wants them to live before they even committed, instead of living the life that they're living already. Men jump through loopholes and do things all the time because of that woman. You understand what I'm saying? And if you're not there yet in the situation, if you're not there yet in the relationship, then it is what it is, fellas. Make yourself happy and take care of yourself. Relieve your stress, because trust me, Ra has to be stress-free, because dealing with these two every Sunday, it's a whole lot of work.
I just don't understand where that came from. I feel like we were supportive.
Very
and you just hit us both in the back of the head. That was very unnecessary.
Gloves are off.
I'm just saying,
you are going to pay for that.
Gloves are off. Don't worry about it.
That's all right. It's all right. Well, it's a good thing that today, since you're feeling like you got so attacked, that we actually have somebody that's going to come on the show and actually, break it up a little bit, give you a little bit of a cover. Since you feel like you need it.
Yeah, I do today. Right? I'm just feeling so vulnerable today.
Oh Lord.
I'm getting
feeling so vulnerable.
Life and my personal life. It's just coming from all phases. I got to pray.
Well, we're gonna pray for you.
Well, don't say introduce them to the people.
So for the people, we have been blessed to have a wonderful person that's coming on the show to introduce and talk about his very first novel. His name is Lee the author, and his book is going to be, it is already a fantastic thing, but we want to make sure that y'all get a chance to check him out, for him to tell you his story. And with no further ado, Lee the author, everyone.
Everybody, welcome Lee the author to the show.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey.
What's going on, Lee?
What's going on? Can I jump right in on the last thing y'all was just talking about, though?
Yeah, please help me out. Oh, somebody help me out. Somebody help me out.
Before we get started about the book or whatever, like I do gotta agree with him on the one thing, because I've had in my personal life some women come at me talking about I'm spoiled or whatever, because I try to come at them with, like you said, living what's true to me. It take a long time for guys nowadays to, you know, come into their own and realize who they is. And when we put that out there, you know, some people don't like it, even if you do communicate off top. You know what I'm saying? I can lay everything out there for you, and you like, oh, you require a lot. I don't feel like it's a lot. I'm just letting you know what it is. You can sign on or not.
Sign off. Yep, exactly.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
I like that.
I understand that to some degree.
I appreciate you, Lee.
Yeah.
I just think that with Ra and, you know, his shenanigans, I mean, you know, the things that he does. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I smell hate.
What I think, you know, because I kind of know, I know both of you actually, but I'm going to talk about Ra right now. You tend to, when things are going a certain way and you start to get annoyed by the things that these women do, you continue and keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going, and then complain to us.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of, if you're being true to you, then you would dead that situation
and tell them.
No, because see, the thing is, you have a great time with people at time. It ain't always bad, but just some things that's it's not about the draws. I mean,
it's not the draws, because that's what it is. Yes,
it ain't about the draws. It ain't about the draws. Put your draws, Michelle. It ain't about the draws. Stop thinking about the draws. But sometimes, you know, things come up in conversation, and women, I just feel like certain women wanted to be treated a certain way in the wrong situation. Say what it is that you want and see if we could figure it out.
So you're saying the jabs, the unnecessary jabs, and all those things are not necessary. Just have a conversation.
Just have a conversation about it. We're grown people. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe I won't call it the Pink Panther. You know, maybe I might call it digging it somewhere. I don't know. Let's get a new name. What you want me to call it? You know what I'm saying?
They can help you name it, right?
You help me out here. Be my support team, goddamn.
Lee.
What's up?
Lee, tell us about your book. The reason why we got you on the show. We need to shine a light on this.
Well, definitely. First off, I really appreciate y'all bringing me on and let me take part on y'all platform. My book is a series. It's the first part of the series came out last July, I believe. It's called The Family. It's a more like a drama thriller type of book, right? And it's about a woman. So I want to give a shout out to all the women I have in my life. They helped me out a lot on this, because, you know, my main character is a woman, and I needed some background, right, on some things. But it's about a young woman. She's about 17 years old when the book starts off. She gets in a little bit of trouble early on in her life, and it's more about how she recovers from that, right? She has it's called The Family. It's called the name of the first part of the book is The Village. So it's about how, you know, she has a village to help her get back on her feet. And then she ends up meeting somebody, meeting this guy, pulled into his world, and then it gets a little bit more deep after that, how his world deals with her, how her world accepts who this guy is, and then it kind of spirals from there.
What made you decide to write as a woman?
So in general, I like to break down mindsets, right? I think too many things is caught up into labels on, you know, this is what a man does, this is what a woman does, right? So I wanted to challenge myself to see how I would view things, and then how, my friends and family, when I hit them up and was like, yeah, so I'm thinking this lady's gonna handle this way. What do y'all think? You know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
had to ask multiple women because all of y'all don't think the same, right? So I wanted to see, if anybody was on the same wavelength with me, or if it was different, or if I was just way off in right field somewhere, right? So I like to challenge mindsets. I like to challenge boundaries and stuff like that. So that's I took that as a challenge for me, and it became interesting when I brought up situations and stuff. And there was a lot of things in which I felt like I was on point. Like it wasn't that much difference between what I think would have happened in that situation and what women told me would happen in that situation.
Okay.
Oh, I like that. I like that though. I read the book from front to back. It took me like a matter of days. That's how good it was. So I was definitely intrigued. And as we all know, well, most of you know, I have an attention span that's very short. So a lot of things can't hold my attention. So if I have to say that this was a really, really good book. But I do want to ask you about a couple of the characters. One of the main characters, Tanisha. So how did you develop her character? And I know you already said you drew from women that you already know. So how did you build her character?
So I wanted to challenge a lot of the. So again, for me in my background, I liked a lot of movies and stuff, right? I grew up watching big movies. That was my father's thing, rest in peace. He got me started in movies. And so this idea came to me as a movie before I started writing it down. And when I thought about other movies and even TV shows and stuff I watched, I thought about the characters that I seen, the main characters. One is not that many women that were treated as a main character on these type of shows or movies. And then even when they were, their background always was like some type of broken family, or they having to deal with coming from the bottom and drugs and all that stuff. So I wanted to base it off somebody that's coming from just a regular family. They got their mom and dad at home. They going to school, they doing the right things, or they trying to do the right things, but still life hits them. You know what I'm saying? And how do they recover from that? So as I was building her character, it started off like that. Then I drew from a lot of the stuff that was going on in the news at the time, right? We got a lot of the police violence things, a lot of things that just don't make sense on why things is happening the way they are, right? So that came into play a little bit in it too. And then it just it was just my imagination, and just it just started to spiral from there as I started doing one scene led to another, and just it made me question where I wanted to go next with it, and then how that would play out. So that's pretty much how I built up her character, and then I mean really all her friends and stuff like that.
Yeah. And I did see that when you were talking about some of the things that are going on today, especially with the police and how she was treated. I don't want to give too much away because you got to go get the book. So I'm not going to give too much away about the story. But tell me about Mr. Johnson, the son, not the father, William.
The son.
Where did he come from?
So in general, I feel like most things in life, like Rob was saying, like there's a lot of for dudes. I know there was women that I met in my life that made me want to change who I was. Right. I didn't change I made changes because of what they brought to me at that time. Right. It was things that I had not experienced things. They brought new perspectives to me, and that made me want to change. I wanted to flip that on the other side. Right. I wanted a guy to come in her life in a totally different world, totally different background than what she knew, and challenge her perspectives on life. Also, what a lot of people who come from money act like versus what they really do, right? So there's a part in the book where she questions why this guy is doing everything he's doing. He's in the world that she grows up in, people don't do something for nothing, right? It's always
an agenda.
Somebody wants something. Right? I've been around some people that were higher up in life than I did. And the people that I've met in those situations, they legit just want to help people. If you show that you really trying to do what you're supposed to do to improve your situation, they'll throw a lifeline out. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna make you do the work for it, but they'll try to they'll make a phone call, they'll help you out, and they won't do it for any other type of reason, right? So I feel like that's a misconception that we had. that everything got to cost you something, or everybody's doing something with some type of some type of agenda to it. There are people out here, that will just do because they see that you need help and that you are actually trying.
I think that happens sometimes when it's a man helping a woman, that we caution, there's this extra layer of caution, like what does that man want out of the situation, that can sometimes make you, take a step back from accepting, because you don't know where that's really coming from, or if it's just a genuine want to help, or an agenda.
I got a question. Lee, what was your inspiration on trying to be a writer? What inspired you to even decide to even write a book?
Really, it's just like writing. Just it's something that I never really thought of until it kind of happened. Right. Again, like I said, I was always big in the movies or whatever, and it's been a few other things just business wise, like ideas that come to my head. Right. And growing up, I kind of dismissed them until I would see them like a couple years later, or somebody doing a commercial or some idea that I thought of, a few years before. So when this came up, like it really hit me in a wave, right? Like I couldn't sleep for like, almost 2 nights when I first got this idea in my head. I can't really speak to how it popped in my head. I was just laying in the bed one night and, this thing came into my head. And so nowadays I don't dismiss any of these things. Like if the idea is strong enough in my head that I feel like it's something I should go with, I go with it. So I got up the next day. I had just bought my house at the time. I went to up to BJ's and bought me a computer. Came back and just started putting the words down on paper and trying to see where it was going. And then, like I said, I had some friends at the time. I let them read it after I got a couple chapters in, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I like this. So when's the next part going to be done? Where you going with this?" And that kind of fed me to keep it going.
How long did it take you to finish the project?
Well, the project's not finished. Like I said, it's a series of short stories, right? So the second one just is about to come out. I know people that did get the first book. They've been looking at me sideways. A couple of them that hit me up was like, and the book is gonna be ready at the end of the fall. I do have to apologize. I had some problems with my house. I had to get out of my house for like 3 months, so that pushed me back a little bit. But it will be out by Valentine's Day. But yeah, it's an ongoing process right now. Right now, all my feedback that I've gotten back has been positive. So my biggest thing is just trying to get it out to more people. Not that I'm looking for criticism, but I want to get more of a cross section on it, so that I can, really, really see if it's really that good. I feel like more people should hear about it and know about it. So that's my plan. Right.
I know you mentioned to us that you self-published, right?
Right.
Tell us about that process.
It's been a learning process, really. Like I said, I don't have a background in books and stuff like that. So I came from the basketball world. I played professionally for like 11 years overseas. So nobody in my direct circle, when I came to them, like, yeah, I'm trying to write. They, most of them don't read books like that. We watch TV shows, we watch movies or whatever, but that's not really their thing. So, every step of the process been a learning process for me. I've reached out to other authors that that were up and coming. There's been professional authors that I've went to different like panels and stuff and got a chance to talk to them, and they've helped me out a little bit with things. So just learning where to publish with, learning how the publishing process goes. Now learning about how the steps to try to get an agent and trying to get it out there for the masses. Like I feel like I'm learning something every day, and I appreciate it. I like that part of it too, because it's a challenge. I love challenges,
right?
But it has been a lot.
Right. That's good to know, because somebody's out there that's actually trying to take this path and become an author. That can help them in trying to get it out there, because everybody thinks that, I don't know, before Amazon and all these different platforms that they have for you to self-publish, it was a little bit difficult to actually self-publish your own book. You had to have an editor, you had to have a publisher, you had to have all these different things, which is still good to have. But now that you can self-publish, it's
Right.
good, and it might not be. I don't know what the cost of it all, but if it's something that you really want to do, you do it.
And I'm feeling the fact that the series books. Get your money, dog. Get your money.
Yes, I love it. And for me, and I've told you this that I'm tall, he's tall, and a lot of all of the black characters are tall.
Okay.
So to me, that was dope because tall people, we are regal. And short people, y'all are just short.
We're on the same height, baby. We lay down.
Shout out to the drawers. Shout out to the drawers, right? Shout out to the
drawers. No, what I'm saying.
I do have some questions for y'all because
okay.
So I'm not sure if Ra or Chez, have y'all been able to read the book, or how far y'all got in the book yet?
I haven't really. I've been on the road, brother. But they did inform me it was a good read.
Yeah,
so my question
is, but
so my question is of one of my early scenes in the book, right? So I want to know, what would you do if you out, hanging out with your best friend, you know what I'm saying, y'all kicking it at a party, right? Some stuff go down and y'all gotta fight, y'all gotta handle y'all business. Now I want you to think about teenage you, what would you do if after that, you know what I'm saying, all of a sudden the cops pull up on y'all break off running. Now your best friend, they fall while y'all running. You hop the fence, hop the gate, you keep going. Are you gonna keep going, or are you gonna go back and help your people?
Well, in the young days, first of all, I'm too old to get into that, so I'm glad
you said teenagers. Yeah,
teenage years, I'm gone.
So the question is whether or not you're gonna leave your homie behind.
Yeah,
so
the police is coming.
They telling you, like, the police is chasing y'all, right? So they telling you keep going. Are you gonna keep going, or you gonna stop and go back and try to help your friend?
Well, we got to keep going because it don't make no sense both of us going in. I can help you on the other
side. I had that happen to me, which is funny. It was me and Key.
Okay.
We did some.
There you go, incriminating people.
We did some fuck shit. I'm just saying. We did some fuck shit, and it wasn't the police, but it was the security, and our accomplice, freaking rough security, came chasing behind us. And I had on a big leather goose, so it was big, and he grabbed my coat and snapped, and I was like, damn, I was going to slide out of it and run, but I was like, nah, you can't have my coat.
I can't go home without the coat.
He jetted. He was gone. I was like, Keisha! She went and got my mama. She went and got, but for me, I'm with Rob. I'm gonna keep it going. Don't make sense both of us get caught. I'll go get help.
Yeah.
I think that's the right thing to do.
I'll go get help.
So I had a situation, something like that when I was younger. Like, it wasn't nothing like, it wasn't even no fighting stuff. Like, just me and some of the guys was just hanging out on the block at the time, and I didn't. Well, three of us didn't follow the cardinal black rule. Like, you see somebody run, you're supposed to run. So it was like three of us had our back to the street, and the other three was facing the street. And, we was doing something we wasn't supposed to be doing at the time. And, all of a sudden, all three of them youngers they just turned and ran. Now, I had the little hop in my step like I was about to go, but I'm like, yo, what's going on?
You paused.
I turned around and look. Cop didn't pop the curb in the car, jumped out. I felt like he pointed the gun straight at me. I froze at that second. I wasn't going nowhere then. But neither did the other two that was with me. So it's a funny situation. They didn't even tell us that what was happening. So we had to talk to them about that. But
you're supposed to say something.
That's how the book starts off, right? It starts off in a situation like that. Like I said, she gets in some trouble early on, and now it's about what do you do as the friend? Like, are you? If you're the one that fail, are you telling your friend to keep going? Or are you, yelling out to him? Are you, if you're the other friend and you ran off, like you said, they went and got your mother or whatever. Are you going to get help, or are you, just trying to get away?
Right.
And what do you do after that?
Agreed. I'm gonna tell my friend to go because it never makes sense for us to both get caught.
Yeah.
I'm caught. Oh well, guess I gotta deal with. I
got
just put something on my books, man.
Right, be there for me.
Listen, just be there for me. They put some money on so I can make phone calls.
And
just
you
don't
better
leave
not
me out
Take my kids.
Yeah. Don't leave me out there, man. Just don't leave me out there.
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah, definitely.
You got a lot of scenarios in that book where it's kind of like it could go either way,
Real life,
depending on how the characters show up.
Real life stuff.
Yeah, he's frozen a little bit. Look,
is he frozen?
You're a little frozen.
Yeah,
yeah, froze. A little bit. That's all right. So, go ahead.
You have another scenario for us? Is he
I think he froze.
I think he froze.
Oh man, I got scenarios for days from the book. I mean, can y'all hear me now? Like everything good.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me? Or see me?
Yeah, I hear you.
We can see you.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a lag.
Like I said, I got. Okay. Oh yeah, I got scenarios for days. I mean, for the ladies, like we all know what happens, or what everybody assumes happens with dudes when they, first get out of jail. What's the first thing, they looking for, whatever like that. But how long are y'all going to wait when y'all come out, or what type of pressure would you imagine would put you over the top when you've been away for a little while? If you've been away for, let's say, 4 or 5 years, you come out. You know what I'm saying? And dudes start applying pressure to you. How quickly you gonna fold? Are you looking, or is it you folding, or are you looking just like we looking?
Well, I'm gonna say that I'm probably gonna have something lined up immediately, right? Like on site. Like, what are we talking about? It's about 4 or 5 years. Hello. And where are you going? Like, you have to take some days off of work. We're gonna, order in.
What?
You talking about right now, though? You talking about right now? I'm talking about you. You was a teenager when you went out. So now you grown. When you are grown when you come out, right? When you went in, you was a teenager. So think junior, senior year. Now all the people that you knew, if you was doing anything, whatever, they done went to college. They done moved out of the city or whatever. So what do you really know when you get back?
For women, I would think that it might be a little easier for them to get broke off. I'm just saying.
Right. So let me.
I think his question is whether or not you would fold with the pressure that dudes are giving you, or whether or not you would line it up for yourself and kind of be looking for it. And I'm saying, if I'm a grown woman, it depends on whether or not I was active with sex beforehand, because you're talking about a teenager going to jail. Does that mean she was actively having sex? Did she know? Because it took me years. I was in my 20s before I, figured it all out, even though I was trying it out. So that depends. Right?
I like the way you put that.
Yeah.
I like the way you put that.
But it's true. So it takes a little time, It was like, this ain't, it's whatever. Like, I was feeling like that till it really happened. And I was like, oh, snap, this is something to be had.
It's something different.
So let me ask you a question. I never did no jail time. I did a little juvie hall. You know what I'm saying? I had to straighten it out after that. I was scared straight. But the thing is, what would you expect? Like, and this is a good question for a lot of men that kind of in the penitentiary system and they're looking at doing time and stuff. What do you expect out of the woman? Like, what would you look into the woman? Because I feel if it was me, as I know I'm going in, she's not on my mind no more. I need to get this over because I need to be focused on doing this next chapter of my life so I can get home. Mm-hmm. So am I thinking about it the right way, or what do really men expect when they're facing incarceration and things like that?
I guess we would need to ask somebody that's facing incarceration.
Yeah, I don't have nothing to pull from on that one. So I mean, I haven't really dealt with that myself.
Yeah. You're asking whether or not the person's mate should be waiting on them and supporting them and still sticking with them.
That's why I turned it around. What is the expectation of the man to do it? Like, because to me, I'm thinking now that, you know what, I get back when I get home because I need to focus to do this. That's the way I would look at it. I wouldn't even look at what's going on behind me, because if I can't control the situation, or if I can't partake in the situation, how does that work itself out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is a good point here. It depends on the time he's facing too. So if you're going in there for a year, bro, just relax. We'll see in a minute.
You ain't sitting on that for a year.
You never know.
It depends on the type of relationship, right? Because if you a serial dater,
it depends on the person.
A serial dater like you, you know.
What does my professional affairs got to do with this TV show?
Wait, what did you say, Lee?
I just say I feel like it depends on the person though, right? Because certain people gonna handle it different ways. Like I kind of agree with him. Like I gotta focus on what my day to day gonna be inside here. I can't think about the outside world. That would be my thoughts, right? But now I know other people who the outside world might be the one thing that help them get through the jump. Counting down the days until they get back home to this person or that person or whatever. So I feel like it kind of depends on the person. And you talking about the relationship thing, like that really got to depend on. I don't care if it's a woman in jail and I'm her dude on the outside, or if I'm a dude in and my woman on the outside. Like it got to all depend on what our relationship is. Like if we
agreed.
I mean, even if we married, like it got to be. It got to be. I feel like it got to be an understanding at this point. Like.
Yeah, that's the way I'm looking
at it. I know I tried visiting when I was a teenager. I had a boyfriend that went to jail. And the letters, I hope this missive finds you in the best mental, physical, and personal health as I sit here in the belly of the beast trying to survive. I'm like, what are we talking about?
Yes.
It was funny. Like I never been to see jail to see a woman, but my homeboy got locked up. Pause. And we went to go see him. And the thing was with him is, and this was my last jail visit I ever been on, because we went there and we came straight from the club. You know how you got to be there early sometime. And he's like, his first words was like, "Ha ha, my nigga, what y'all got into last night?" Now, do you really want to hear that?
You understand? Well, maybe so, because he's missing what's going on outside.
You don't. And my thing was, as we're going through the visit, I'm just sitting here talking to him. Some of the information that was going on, because it was a good time for us. You understand what I'm saying? And it's not like, yo, son, we had 4 joints up in the joint. You don't really want to hear that going in that. So we was like, nah, we was chilling. Nah, nigga, your eyes was red. I seen something was going down last night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but
so I'm better off doing letters.
Right. Well, getting back to the book, because one of the main characters experiences some things and she has to kind of reinsert herself back into society at some point in her life. And it basically talks about her struggles that she kind of has to deal with after she reinserts herself back into society. And being that we did talk about, she was like, I hate to give away parts of the book because y'all got to buy it, but she was young when she went and she was a little older when she came back out. So it's a whole different dynamic now.
Yeah.
It's a whole different world because you missed a lot, because when you go to jail, it stunts your growth, really. Because you don't see anything. You don't know what's going on. So you're like, oh, wow, this happened and this happened. Oh, wow, y'all doing this. Wow, I missed a lot. So reinserting the basically putting yourself back into society and having to maneuver, do new things. And when Lee was talking about the pressure of, being a woman and, a man pressing up on you, are you going to fold? Mm-hmm. I mean, if I might fold.
So the question I got, the question I got from some people, some of the women readers that I've had, right? They question me on one part of the book where she first gets with a dude when she first gets out, right? And some of them have, said she was weak for allowing the jump to happen the way it happened, right? Now, mm-hmm. I thought the way I saw it differently, especially the way I wrote it and the way she handled the situation. I saw it more as her taking control of the situation. Like she knew what she wanted. She commanded what was going to happen, right?
Right.
But some people saw it differently because of the way it was presented to her. So that's what made me ask the question is like, if you done came out, maybe again, you might not just be trying to get whatever, whenever, right? But the right dude that came at you and got you a little curious, Is it him making you fold, or is it you making the decision at that point?
Well, getting the cobwebs knocked off a little bit, might get
Be
you
a
focused.
great motivator.
Get you focused.
See, I mean, that's how we feel when we coming out. You know what I'm saying? That's why
right. Yeah, you got to get focused, but I think you really have to be strong mentally, and because then you don't want to fall into that whole trap of what could potentially happen if you just basically just come out and the first dude that try to snatch you up, you're like, oh, that's my man, I want to marry him, because now you got a whole problem.
Mm-hmm.
But if she's in control of the situation and she's dictating what she wants for herself, then she can rock out however she want to rock out until she's ready for the next step. And I feel like that's what she kind of did, but read the book.
This book got me. I gotta get that, bro. Where can we find the book?
Oh, you can
I gotta get
the book. Let them know.
So you can get, if you're a Kindle version, if you like Kindles or whatever, it is on Amazon, Amazon Kindle. If you like ebooks or whatever, it's on Barnes and Noble. You can get the ebook version, or you can get the hard copy, or you can come to my website, leaderauthor.com. You can go there and you can order the book directly there. The second book pre-orders is available there. I guess this would be a good time I've been teasing some people and let them know I had a big announcement that I wanted to make as well. So, again, I say I pull from things that's going on in the real time or whatever. So I was paying attention, one day at work when I was supposed to be working, when I wasn't. But I was flipping. I was flipping through online and seeing a bunch of people comment on things. Right, it was like a trending topic at the time. So I thought, what a good way to possibly reward some of my readers and any potential people I can, that may want to pick up the book and see what's going on. So is this person, y'all may have heard of him, that decided they want to do a concert, right? Go by the name Beyonce. So she's doing a tour, on the Renaissance tour. She's coming to DC FedEx on August 5th. So if you go to my website, you'll see there's a option to buy the first book, option to buy the second book. There's also an option to buy the bundle. If you buy the bundle and get both, your name will get entered into a sweepstakes. I'm giving away 2 free tickets to Beyonce concert on the floor on August 5th. So it will be a giveaway. You buy the bundle, enters your name into it, and you get a chance. So it'll officially start on Valentine's Day. It'll go up until May 1st, and we'll do the picking of the winner on Mother's Day. So,
sir, but I've already bought one book. What about people like me that already bought one book?
Who already got the first book?
It can't just be the bundle people, man. I want to be in on this.
You gotta get the bundle. You gotta get the bundle.
Oh my goodness!
I guess I gotta get the bundle.
To be automatically entered. There will be a no purchase necessary option or whatever. But I got some lawyers and stuff working on that part for me. To do all the fine tuning, make it all legal and everything like that. But if you want to be automatically entered into the drawing, you gotta buy the bundle.
Very nice.
Okay, that's good. Y'all hear that?
Y'all know
that is awesome.
What we were talking the prices of the tickets and this and that and the third. The bundle version is going to run you about $45. So for $45, you get you a chance to be entered to win.
Okay, and so we need to put your website up again for people to know how he wants to get the bundle. And that you go to that website, leadyauthor.com, and purchase the bundle there. Do you have the bundle available on the Kindle as well? And is that going to also add you to the sweepstakes or raffle, or is it just from your website?
Just the website.
No, only if you go through my website and you get the bundle version on the hard copy.
All right, bundle version.
For all you Beyonce fans, y'all want to get a chance to enter, to get a chance to get a ticket to the show. What did you say, August 5th show?
Yes. August 5th.
Go to
www.theauthor.com
and purchase the bundle, and you'll get a chance to you'll be entered into a chance to win tickets to the Beyonce. Okay.
To the Beyonce.
Yeah. To the Beyonce. That's probably the only way I go if I win a ticket.
You
I ain't buying
one. I mean, that's the thing. Valentine's Day, dudes, if you want to, possibly get your girl something, you can go ahead and $45 get you a chance to get you and your girl on the floor. You know what I'm saying?
That is amazing.
Definitely, I'm definitely going to post it on our page and my page, and let everybody know. Direct them to the site. Get in there. Get in when you finish, so you can go see the bay, whatever what they call them, the bay hives. Listen, the beehives, what they call them, I don't know.
But those are some expensive tickets. Trust me.
Yeah. And they say the nosebleeds are like 500 bands. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. I'm going.
You're gonna be on the floor. You're gonna be on the floor. You're not on the nosebleeds. The tickets have already been got. They're ready.
I have them already.
I already have them.
Okay.
Nice.
That's the perfect way to use social media as an author.
And you said when is it going to be available? You said it's not going to be available until Valentine's Day, right?
It starts on Valentine's
so pre-orders is available now, so you can go in there and pre-order now, and it will still enter you into the sweepstakes. It officially starts on Valentine's Day, and it's going to go up until May 1st.
Okay, that's a nice window.
Okay,
I hope we sell a whole lot of books.
Yeah, maybe I need to get a book or two.
Yeah, I might have to go and repurchase. I mean, just to get a
give
chance,
away the first copy since you have that copy.
That's what
already,
I'm saying, right?
I
will.
Yeah.
Oh, he wants to subscribe to the podcast. Go to YouTube.com and go at Conversations with My Cuz. You can go there and you can subscribe to us.
I love it.
Yeah. We're talking all
question.
Things. I'm sorry.
I got a
question.
We're talking
all things.
Lee, who designed your book cover?
So I came up with the idea, but I have to give a shout out to a friend of mine named Ebony Harris. She's a very talented artist. She does a lot of stuff for freehand drawings, and she does a lot of professional work with people are hitting her up to make portraits for their family and stuff like that all the time. So I met her actually through work. She done left my job, moved up, doing something better right now, but. She's a very talented artist, Ebony Harris. She helped me take it from my mind and put it on the book.
I love it. It sounds to me. Go ahead, Rob.
I just want to know about the Ebony Harris. Is she draws and stuff? She draws family portraits and stuff?
I haven't seen her do family portraits. I've seen her do people have commissioned her to do drawings of their daughters and stuff like that. I've seen her do that. She does a lot of just freehand stuff as well. I haven't seen personally any family portraits, but I'm pretty sure, she has the talent to do it. So
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we'll share that information before you leave.
For sure.
Really
For sure.
What I was going to say is that it sounds like very similarly where you talk about in the book that your character has this village of people that are helping her navigate through all of these trials and tribulations in life, that you have a village that is also helping you to develop as a writer, right? You have the book author, you have all of these ladies that you've reached out to get opinions to help you to develop your characters. And I think that's super dope that you also have that.
I agree. And I'm looking forward to it.
I'm very
appreciative. I need to get to the site. I think
I'm
it's a little bit of a
appreciative
lag.
to
That's probably why we're talking over each other.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, I'm very appreciative to the people that have helped me. There's been a lot of people, men and women that have helped me along this process. And I just appreciate the energy that the readers have given me as well. Again, coming from my background, I feed off of energy. Basketball, we feed off the energy of the crowds and stuff like that. And the fact that people read the book, I had no idea what was going to happen when I put this idea out for many people to listen to and to read, and they liked it. They gave me feedback. They were interested. Like you said, a lot of them read it quickly. It was like they couldn't put it down, and they wanted to know what was coming next. And I appreciate all that. And I'm gonna try to keep it going as long as people are liking it. There's more to the series to come out. People that have previewed the second one say they like the second one more than the first one. So I'm getting better as a writer as I go along, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been supportive.
Yes. Pocket
we are so happy that you came on our show. Yeah, the fact that you came on the show, shared your story with us. Leadtheauthor.com is where we can pick up the first, second book. We got this new opportunity for Beyonce tickets, but more than that, when you get that second book out, we want to have you back. We want to hear your story. Keep following you, keep keeping in touch.
Definitely. I'm definitely going to make a post, and we're going to put it up on our page to let people know to go get that book and all of that stuff, because it's a good read, so you won't be disappointed. You won't be disappointed. And I'm looking forward to the second book. Yeah.
And you are our inspiration on Black History Month, right? That was our whole reason for having this. Is Black History Month is about elevating and being able to shine the light on someone like you, a brother who is trying to do his thing and stepping out on faith in doing something, because you just decided to do it. And that to me is like amazing, that people just follow their dream. You go.
That's definition of Black excellence, brother.
Black excellence. Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. We appreciate you. And when that second book drops, we're going to find a way to get you back on here again. So you guys talk about it.
Yes,
everybody, thank you so much, Lee, the author.
Yes.
All right.
Nice. I love seeing our people doing their thing. So, kudos to him for actually stepping out and just going ahead and doing what he do.
Yeah. That was so great.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for his journey, because sometimes people can be afraid to do things. And, when you have support like that with people and they're telling you, even if you don't know what you're doing, sometimes stepping out and making it happen is excellent.
Yeah, it is. And it's definitely a great thing. And shout out to him, man, because a lot of, when you think about a male author, sometimes you'd be like, he's a man, and that's really cool.
Yeah, right. and just for you fellas, too, it's not a girly book, and it's not, just catered to the ladies.
When y'all told me, I'm like, oh, man.
No, it's not. It's a good story.
It sounds like a good read, and I'm definitely going to pick the book up as well.
Definitely. Rock. That's
all right.
Yes.
So we had somebody in the chat that was asking us about how to follow the podcast. So here we go. You can check us out on Twitch, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, and iHeartRadio. Follow us, subscribe on YouTube, and that's going to get you a link to our show. So when shows are coming out, you will find out about it. But we are on here every Sunday at 8 p.m., except next Sunday, because we do not compete with the Super Bowl. We know. We already know.
I won't go be here anyway.
Right.
Definitely. Yeah, Super Bowl weekend is next week. And what are y'all doing? Y'all got any Super Bowl parties? Y'all getting drunk like me?
No, I'm gonna find something.
You doing it at your house?
No. I got a Super Bowl party at the club. I'm telling you, I'm flying out on Tuesday.
Yeah,
you did say that, right?
Yeah,
you could have told us about it. Maybe we could have went out there.
I'm doing my first Southern Soul concert on Saturday. Shout out to Mr. Campbell.
What's that looking like?
It's looking good. The town is happy. We'll be down in the town. Mr. Campbell, he's coming through. I'm also working on a Southern Soul, a big concert with Pokey Bear and King George. I think it's going to be a really, really big thing that I'm getting ready to do. Just trying something new,
All right. I love it.
Shout out to me.
We'll be supporting you from wherever we are. Since we're not there with you.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, right.
Getting to the Southern Soul thing, it's a groove. It's a different kind of music. It's like an R&B bluesy kind of thing, and it's funny. You hear it all through the states except the tri-state area.
Okay.
And it's just really, really crazy, but it's really got a good buzz. It's kicking up, and I'm gonna make it do what I do when I do what I do.
Make it do what you do. No, that's right. Well, it's almost time for us to wrap it on up. Yeah, shout out to Rashay. I mean, DJ Brother Love. Sorry.
Do the thing. Do the thing.
DJ Brother Love, aka Pink Panther. As you guys know, we end every show with a quote, and the quote for tonight is: "If you never dream, you will never know the endless possibilities of what you can become."
Yes.
And we won't see you guys next week, but we will see you the week after. Thank you for joining us.
Until then,
peace and love, y'all.
Peace.
All right.